Hi guys, welcome back to Cook with Ira. Today I'm back with the second part of my Momo video. If you haven't seen the first one, it's the one where I show you how to make the actual filling and the dumpling and how to fold and wrap and steam and all that good stuff. So if you haven't seen that one, I will put the link to that video in the description box down below, so do not forget to check it out. And on this video, I'm going to show you how to make the jhol for the Momo, or if you want to call it soup or sauce. Now, this is a peanut-based soup, just to let you know. The ingredients you're going to need to make this is quite a lot actually, but trust me, like they are all worth it. You're going to need some tomatoes and green chilies, some peanuts. These are toasted and salted. Sesame seed, also toasted. These are the soybeans, the brown kinds. Some cilantro finely chopped. Cumin seed, of course, salt. And this is the Lapsi Dhulo Hog Plum powder. This is optional, but if you can get your hands on these, I will highly suggest it, because it just adds a very different flavor to your recipe. But if you can't find it, you can substitute with lime juice. But I mean, it's very similar, but they're not exactly the same. So if you can find it, I will definitely use it. For the spices, I'm using some turmeric powder, red chili powder, and this is all seasoned salt. They come in a container like this. If you can find this in your grocery store, I will definitely use it. It adds a little bit kick to the dish, but again, it's optional. If you can't find it, I mean, don't worry about it. You're also going to need some vegetable oil, and then this is hot sesame oil, and I'll talk about this towards the end. This is also optional. Okay. So now here I have my vegetable oil preheating at medium-high heat. To that, I'm going to add in my cumin seed. And I'm going to add in my tomatoes and green chili. Now I'm going to cook this until the tomatoes are fully cooked. You're going to need some oil separating from them, and I'll show you when we get there. My tomatoes are done. This is what it should look like. You can see that it's fully cooked and a little bit of oil started separating. That's when you know that they are done. Now I'm going to keep this aside until I prepare the rest of my stuff here. Now the next, I'm going to grind the sesame seeds. Since I'm using the toasted one, I don't need to toast it again, but if you're using the raw sesame seed, I would toast it in a pan without any oil for a few seconds until it starts splattering, and then you're gonna grind it in the mixer grinder. So I'm going to grind this, and then I'll show you what they look like when they're done. This is ready. It's like this, a powder. That's what you're looking for. Now next, I'm going to grind my peanuts. Again, these are toasted and salted. So if you're using raw peanuts, I would definitely roast it first. So I'm going to ground this really quick, and I'll show you what they look like when they're done. The peanuts are done. It's nicely grounded. Now over here, I have the vegetable oil preheating on high heat, and I'm going to toast the soybean seeds really quick. When the skin starts splitting, that's when you know that they're done. So it's not gonna take that long, probably like a minute or so. So I'm going to toast this really quick, and I'll show you when they're ready. The soybeans are done. As you can see, the skin starts splitting like that. That's when you know that they're done. Now I'm going to grind this into the blender. You might need to add some water to this, because they're a little bit difficult to grind, but try it first and see if you need to add any, and I'll show you when they are all grinded, and we'll proceed next. The soybeans are done. I did have to add a little bit of water for easy blending. Now the easy part, you're going to add everything in: the cooked tomatoes, peanuts, grounded sesame seed, cilantro, the hog plum powder, the spices, some salt, and add a little bit of water. Now I'm going to blend all this until it is very, very smooth, and I'll show you what they look like when they're done. This is done. This is what it should look like. You can see how it's like really nice fine paste. Now I'm going to put this back in the same pan I cooked my tomatoes in. And I'm going to add water to it. The consistency of this is really up to you. If you like it thin, add, water until you get your desired consistency. And I'll show you when I get mine. The jhol is almost ready. This is the consistency I personally like. Again, use less water or add more water to it depending on the consistency you are going for. Now about this, when I was little and I used to eat momo in those really small momo stalls back home, I remember that the jhol used to be really fatty in taste and look. And I believe that they use the buffalo fat in the momo and the jhol both. Well, I can't do that here, so the way I replicate that look is using the hot sesame oil. It enhances the sesame flavor to the jhol, and also it gives you that very similar fatty look and also the taste when you eat this. So I'm going to use a little bit. You just don't need a lot, just a little bit. And the reason I use the hot one is to add a little bit of heat to my jhol again. So I'm gonna stir this. I gave it a taste earlier and I added a little bit of more salt, so you might want to add salt to it depending on your taste. This is ready. My momo is also done here. Going to add some jhol. Cannot wait to dig in. It's going to be hot, so I'm going to break it in half. Technically, you're not supposed to, but it's hot. It is so delicious. It's a little bit of tangy from that Lapsi ka Dhulo. The sesame seed, the peanuts, everything, like, well, it's like so well combined. Like it's the perfect dish in the entire world. And with momo, it's just perfect. You have to try to know how good these are. I'm ready to go for my second bite. So before I do that, if you like what you saw today, give this video a big thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Again, if you want to know how to make the momo, I'm gonna put the link to the video in the description box down below. All the ingredients and the measurements for this recipe will be also in the description box down below, so don't forget to check it out. And thank you for watching today, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.